I mean, everybody knows Jay ain't shit. Like that, everyone knows that. He's about the bag. You know, we all know that. It's about he's self-preserving. Period. Like, you know, it's just that the people he does it to don't have like Beyonce next to him. They don't have that kind of a power. But you know, this dude.
You ever wonder what happens when two kings of hip-hop turn into sworn enemies? When the empire they built together becomes the battlefield they destroy each other on? Well, buckle up, because what I'm about to tell you might just be the biggest twist in the Jay-Z and Dame Dash saga yet. For years, fans begged for a reunion, prayed for a handshake, dreamed of Roc-A-Fella rising from the ashes. But Jay-Z, he just dropped the coldest truth bomb in hip-hop history, and it's not what anyone expected. Forget the rumors, forget the interviews, forget the fake smiles at award shows. This time, Hov said it straight. No subliminals, no cryptic bars. The man literally said why he will never forgive Dame Dash. And let's just say, it's got more drama than a Kanye tweet storm at 3 a.m. What if I told you this isn't just about business? What if I told you this beef might go way deeper? Money, betrayal, blackmail, even a secret deal that could shake the entire music industry. Yeah, this is not a reunion story. This is a war story. And tonight, we're uncovering every brutal detail Jay-Z have never wanted you to know. It began like every hip-hop fairy tale with two hungry dreamers turning the streets into their kingdom and their ambition into a dynasty. Jay-Z was the calm architect who spoke through his rhymes.
He fell victim to the camera. You know, you're liable to say anything. You could be anybody. Or I think if Dame would have played the role as Kareem Burks did.
I don't believe I should have to be nice to get somebody to give me something. If my product is good.
While Dame Dash was the fire. The man who yelled his way into boardrooms and forced the industry to take notice. Together, they created Roc-A-Fella, a label that became the heartbeat of an entire generation. But while the world saw loyalty, inside the walls something darker was growing. Whispers of betrayal started floating long before anyone dared to say it out loud. People close to the camp claimed Dame had started noticing Jay slipping out of meetings, taking private calls, making quiet deals that didn't add up. Studio engineers said he would leave mid-session, come back hours later with new instructions and a colder attitude. Some insiders swear they saw a confidential email circulating around Def Jam. Executives marked internal strategy that allegedly listed Jay-Z as the sole figure to lead the label forward without Dame. Nobody could ever confirm if that email was real, but the story spread like wildfire. Friends turned suspicious, money started disappearing, and what was once brotherhood became business. Jay wanted structure, clean partnerships, and longevity, while Dame wanted full control and loyalty over everything. Their differences collided like thunder, and those who once called
you will pay for it.
But I mean, I'm a businessman. I'm from Harlem.
One last question: What exactly did did you hear the guy say? He's trying to jack.
It's like, get out the car. Give me the car, fool. And I said, get the fuck out of here. Worked up.
Began taking sides. The parties got quieter, the handshakes shorter, the smiles faker. Cameras still caught them together, but the energy had shifted forever. Somewhere between the fame, the pressure, and the billion-dollar dreams, the foundation cracked. What started as a shared vision became a silent competition, and by the time anyone realized, the empire was already starting to fall apart from within. When the cracks began to show, the rumors turned into something darker and more dangerous. Because people started talking about a betrayal bigger than anyone could imagine. Industry insiders whispered that a leaked document surfaced from a forgotten hard drive showing early plans for Jay to take full control of the ROC brand while quietly pushing Dame out. No one ever proved it, but it was enough to ignite a storm of accusations that spread through studios and offices like wildfire. Anonymous sources claimed that certain executives were feeding Jay information while pretending to stay neutral, and that the company's finances began shifting mysteriously around that time. One producer even claimed he overheard a late-night conversation in a Manhattan office where a top lawyer said, "If we remove Dame, the company survives. If we keep him, it burns."
Worked up.
That's why shit is fucked up. But y'all stay trying to do that. Y'all should have called Dame and Dash and said, if you want the whole fucking thing to hear it, keep the door open. I don't give a fuck. Y'all should have called Dame and Dash, make sure I was privy to it.
Whether true or not, that quote became hip-hop folklore, and people started picking sides. Fans noticed Jay's music becoming more polished, more strategic, while Dame's public appearances became more aggressive as he tried to defend his position. Then came the alleged leaked phone call where Dame confronted an unnamed exec, accusing him of stealing deals behind his back. And the exec allegedly laughed and said, You should talk to your boy Jay. That audio never hit the internet, but those who claimed to have heard it said it was brutal. Social media began framing it as the ultimate betrayal story. The cold strategist against the loud visionary. What really fueled the fire was the idea that maybe Jay was planning his solo empire long before anyone thought. Maybe he had already decided that Dame didn't fit into the future. That single possibility changed how people saw everything they had built together, and it made the feud feel almost inevitable. As the years rolled on, the story only grew more tangled and more painful because every new revelation made the old wounds bleed again. After the breakup, Jay went silent, focusing on his new venture.
And make sure I was DC'd or whatever.
Was with Lior because I think he's a fake CEO and I think he's fronting on my culture, but he can't front on anybody else. And I'm calling him out publicly and I want him to stop trying to rape my culture, go make some money with some other people. Never had a beef with Jay, always with Lior and his whole crew. He's the one that ruined Roc-A-Fella. I'm just talking about me having to beef with Lior Cohen. See? You see how it always transitions back to Jay? Lior Cohen. That's my beef. Pause. Not Jay.
And the karma happens, but the thing I didn't understand is
While Dame refused to let the narrative close, he gave interviews calling out betrayal and greed, claiming he was the one who built the brand, and that Jay simply took the glory when the cameras turned his way. Then came the moment that reignited everything when Dame tried to auction Jay-Z's debut album as an NFT, a move that insiders said sent shockwaves through the industry. DJ's legal team moved fast and crushed the attempt within days, which made the public realize this wasn't just unfinished business. It was a war still smoldering beneath the surface. Rumors started flying that lawyers were digging up old contracts, that former ROC employees were being quietly contacted for testimony, and that a secret settlement might be in play to prevent further exposure. None of it was ever confirmed, but the whispers made fans wonder just how deep this rift went. People close to Jay said he wasn't angry anymore, just done, and that he once told a friend forgiveness doesn't mean reopening doors that were closed for a reason. Meanwhile, Dame kept
like, I know I'm not fucking with that. And because of the moral challenge and him choosing one way, I knew morally we weren't the same. So to me, Roc-A-Fella was defunct. It was over. I couldn't fuck with it. It was something that to me was just like, not to say unforgivable, but I couldn't understand it. You know what I'm saying? And then I didn't understand how people didn't, I thought, well, then.
Reminding everyone he was part of the legacy too, that he wanted recognition, not reconciliation. Their story became a cautionary tale in the industry about how fame and fortune can destroy even the strongest bond. Jay found peace by walking away. Dame found purpose by speaking his truth. And the world was left watching two legends stand on opposite sides of history. The empire they built still shines, but the brotherhood that created it turned to dust long ago. Now that you've heard everything, the question is, where do you stand? Is Jay-Z a mastermind who chose peace over chaos? Or is Dame Dash the real hero who refused to let the truth be buried under billions? This story isn't just about music, it's about power, pride, and what happens when loyalty meets ambition. The Roc-A-Fella legacy may be carved in gold, but the cracks in that gold tell a story that money can't hide. Maybe Jay was protecting his empire, or maybe he was protecting himself from his own reflection. Either way, the silence speaks louder than any apology ever could. But tell me what you think. Should Jay and Dame ever sit down and end this Cold War once and for all? Or are some bridges better left burned? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this isn't just history. It's hip-hop's biggest mystery still unfolding. And if you want more untold stories, more leaks, more truth behind the glitter, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Because trust me, this isn't the last secret hiding behind the music. This is just the beginning of what really goes on behind the beat.